Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I decided I want to do kind of like a different type of video. I kind of want to listen to a series because I think it's really interesting. I want to call it Curly Hair Talks because I want this to be kind of for girls who have curly hair, whether you're mixed or if you're like Latinx because you have curly hair, or like anyone just in general who has really curly hair who would like more details on curly hair, how to manage their curly hair, how to love their curly hair, because I know it's a huge issue within the curly hair community, especially with the biracial community of black and white, or even just black, like girls in general, because I know that can be an issue for some of you too. I myself am biracial, so I'm black and white, and growing up with a mom who has straight hair and then a dad who has curly hair but doesn't know how to do curly hair, it was very difficult. So I just think it'd be important to talk about this, and I do have a god sister who has very curly hair. She's Mexican, but like she has like super curly hair, like when she was first born everybody thought she was like black or something because of how curly her hair was, and she has like these really pretty big lips, so everybody thought she was like probably mixed or something, and we're like, no. Anyway, but like my godmom wants to really enforce into her like, your curly hair is beautiful, like we can straighten your hair every once in a while, but your curly hair is beautiful. And she's like, I don't want my daughter growing up with the idea that her curly hair means nothing compared to the girl who has really straight hair. And that's a very huge, it's a really huge topic, and it's really important to me to talk about that because I grew up hating my curly hair because I got made fun of for it. And I just think it sucks, and I think it's one of those things where it's like, we should have a community where we can sit and talk about this, and I would love to hear your guys' inputs at the end of these videos. Like, comment down below, like, if there's a topic you want me to touch on, or if you want me to, you know, do some research on something for you guys, and then we can talk about it in the next video, or even ask me questions in the next video. I can, like the next curly talk video we do, I can answer them and we can talk, like have a full discussion about that. I don't want this to be one-sided. I know this isn't a one-sided issue. This is obviously a issue that this is obviously an issue that a lot of people are having, and it shouldn't be one-sided. This should be like a conversation. It shouldn't just be like me talking, you guys listening. Like, it should be you guys engaging too, because this is super important. I would love to see how you guys view things, your guys' stories. If you guys grew up with no issues with your curly hair, if you love your curly hair, you never had an issue with it, or if you did have issues with it and you were getting bullied. So that's kind of be like, this first video is going to be my story on my curly hair, letting you guys know how I feel. I would love to hear your story back, so then in the next video we can have more of an understanding on where we're standing with this. So I've written an article about growing up biracial, and I feel like it's kind of a mess because my feelings about being biracial was all over the place, because I feel like there were like a million things I wanted to touch on, and I was only touching on it in one article, and I don't feel like that was something I should have done. I should have sat down and like broken it up, but I don't feel like sitting down and writing about it was as influential as sitting and talking about it and having a conversation about it. So that's why I decided, instead of writing articles about it, I'd rather sit and talk about it, which is very like opposite for me. I'd rather sit and write that rather than talk, because I want to be a journalist, so it's kind of weird. But for these, I wanted to actually sit and talk about this. So growing up biracial, it was never an issue. It was like, you know, looking at my friends and I'm like, why are both their parents, you know, the same race, or why are both their parents white? Like, I never thought about that. That was never an issue to me. Like, it was never a thing for me. So like, that's not like an issue for me. That was never like it was never like a racial issue for me to like look around. But growing up, my mom didn't know how to do my hair. I'm the firstborn, and she didn't know how to do my hair. My sister's hair, she says is more manageable than my hair, but I think it's not that it's more manageable, it's that she's had practice. Because my brother has curly hair as well, but he has more of like really pretty Shirley Temple curls, and he did grow it out for a second, and then he cut it all off and donated it, which was awesome. He like was growing out for like 5 years, I think. Oh my gosh. Was it 10? No, I think it was 5 years. I think so. I'd have to go back and check. But he was growing out for a long time, so his hair is just super, it's not even like curly. It's just like, it's really pretty Shirley Temple curls. So, and we had to brush his hair every day. So I feel like between brushing my hair and then brushing his hair, because we're all 6.5 years apart, when my sister was born, it was like an obvious like game changer, because my mom like was prepared. She knew what was going on. She went from dealing with my hair to her hair. So I don't think I feel like she has a lot more hair than me. So I don't feel like her hair is easier to manage. It's just we've all had practice, really. So I want to grow my sister up with the idea that her curly hair is pretty, because growing up, because I have curly hair and curly hair gets tangled easier than straight hair, my mom's first reaction just put in braids all the time, as I think a lot of mothers' reactions with their girls with curly hair, whether they themselves have curly hair or don't, they put their hair in twists or braids or, you know, something cute, ponytails, whatever. Ponytails are like an every once in a while thing, because those can still get tangled. I wear ponytails a lot. I did like in kindergarten, but then as I got older, it was just braids. Like, no more ponytails. It was braids. And it was because, like, my hair got tangled easy. And people knew I had curly hair in elementary school because on picture day, I would always go with my hair down. Either it'd be down and curly or down and straight or something like that. And there were a lot of times where the kids, I went to a school where it was like majority, I would say there was like majority white and Mexican. There weren't a lot of people with like, I see a lot of African American students or a lot of like mixed African American students. I think there's only like 2 or 3 that I knew of other than myself. And they, I remember there was one girl and she had curly hair, but her parents like embraced it. Like they put it in like these really pretty like curly like buns and like curly ponytails and stuff like that. And it was really cute and they like knew how to manage it. Mine was just like put in a braid and we're done. So a lot of students, they didn't understand why my hair was always in braids, and they'd always ask me and I'm like, oh, like, I'm not saying, like, braids, like, box braids or anything. Like, just 2, like, pigtails. And they'd always ask me, like, why don't you wear your hair down more? And I'd be like, I don't know. Because I didn't really know how to answer that. Because, like, it's in a freaking braid. What's the issue? Like, what does it have to, like, deal with you? And, you know, there'd be times where I would be like, you know, it's because it hurts when my mom does my hair. So, like, when it's down, it gets more tangled. And they're like, that doesn't make sense. Hair doesn't get tangled if it's down. Which, mind you, like, it does. Doesn't matter what type of hair type you have, it does get tangled if it's down. Doesn't matter. But it's just curly hair has more hair that has to, when the hair detaches from the scalp, it has a lot more hair to get through, and it just easily gets tangled, and that's really it. So that's why it's a little bit more hard to untangle curly hair. So that's why it was always an issue, and a lot of these girls didn't understand. So like I would be sitting in class, and a lot of these girls would get up and come undo my hair. They would take my hair down, they'd put it in a ponytail, you know, they do something to it. And I'd go home and I would get in trouble because, like, why are you letting these girls touch you? And why are, like, you know that you can't have your hair down, because now we're gonna have a huge issue with the idea of trying to untangle your hair. Because it took forever, and I would just be sitting there screaming and crying because my scalp was not used to that. Now it really is. Like in class when people would sit and tug at my hair, it makes more, like, it doesn't hurt as bad. I'm used to it. But still, like, these girls in school, like, never understood, and I feel like people need to teach their kids too, like, don't touch each other. Like, I know people try to, like, enforce that within their kids, but it's also the idea of, like, really, like, don't touch other students. There's no point in you putting your hands on another student. There's also no point in you putting your hands in another student's hair, and I don't think that is talked about enough. I got a pin recently that I have on my jean jacket that says "Don't touch my hair," because that was a super huge issue for me growing up. I got tired of my mom doing my hair when I was in 5th grade, so I was like, I'm gonna start doing it. So I taught myself how to brush my hair and curl and everything. I learned how to braid my hair. My mom was trying to teach me for years. I could not figure out how to braid my hair. There was one day in the girls' bathroom, I was watching another girl braid some other girl's hair, and I was like, oh, 3 strands, over, under, okay, and, like, made more sense for me. So that's why I'm able, like, I just taught myself by watching someone. Like, it wasn't like someone had to do it on me. Like, I had to just sit and watch. And that was just, like, something, like, even for tying my shoes, I had to sit and watch someone else rather than my mom teaching me. I don't know. I was stubborn. So, 5th grade, I started doing my own hair, and we didn't have any products that were really good for curly hair because, again, I was the firstborn. So we didn't have Shea Moisture products. It was just shampoo, condition, and you're done. So I would shampoo, condition, and then go to bed with my hair in a braid, wake up, take it out, and be a frizzy mess. Like, it wasn't even curly, really. It was just frizzy. And I got bullied in 5th grade, and people would call me Hagrid. And I was like, first of all, don't bully me. Second of all, Hagrid's awesome. Like, Harry Potter's awesome. Hagrid's awesome, okay? But it also, like, you know, being a little 5th grader hurt because, like, why are people making fun of my hair? So it got to the point where I started wearing my hair in ponytails, and I was trying to put bows in my hair, and I was trying to put headbands. I was trying to, like, put things in my hair that would, like, kind of take away from the idea that it's so curly and poofy. I actually went to the extreme of putting, like, 500 bobby pins in my hair all at the top So this would be slicked down, and then it would cause my hair, in my eyes, I thought, okay, this is slicked down, that's gonna make this hair longer, which then will be kind of like straight curly. So I'm like, that will make so much sense. So like, I think like right before recess, I'd start taking all the pins out, putting them in my little desk cubby, and then like, it obviously wouldn't look right. Like, it just looked like it was gelled down all nasty, and it was just so bad because no one wanted to like, no one was teaching me, and like, I didn't know how, and like, I have a computer or anything to go on YouTube and figure it out. Like, it was never like something that I had someone to teach me. I think that's the beautiful thing about YouTube and social media, is that if you don't know how to take care of curly hair, if you're a white mother or if you're a single dad and you don't know how to deal with curly hair or even just any type of hair, you can just go online and look it up and it's all right there, and I think it's awesome. But when I was little, that wasn't a thing. It was just you figure it out. So I didn't have any products put in my hair, I didn't have anything, so that was really irritating. And then junior high came around and I would be waiting in line, like still no hair products. I think I didn't start getting actual products until, oh my gosh, I think it was like my 8th grade year, because my schools were like kindergarten to 6 was elementary, 7, 8 was junior high, and then 9 and up was high school. So I think it was 8th grade when I finally started getting like Shea Moisture products and products that were actually good for my hair, because I think someone my godmom told my mom to start getting it for me to see if I'd like it, and I fell in love. Another thing though was that my mom was always getting the Just For Me boxed hair relaxer when I was growing up. Oh my god, like I look at that stuff now and it like brings back terrors. Like, she was relaxing my hair from kindergarten all up until beginning of 8th grade, because someone had told her it was going to relax the hair and relax the curls and make it a lot easier to deal with. And I think that's why my hair looked so frizzy when it wasn't like, when it was out of a braid and stuff, because it was so damaged because it was relaxed, the chemical. And like, honestly, it's not even a good chemical. Like, I know a lot of girls who are like, oh yeah, I was getting my hair relaxed as a kid, I'd go to the salon and get it done, and I'm like, your mom took you to a salon? My salon was the bathroom, sitting on a chair with my head in the sink. Like, that was my salon. Not, it was the Just For Me box relaxer. What? And now looking back, like taking cosmetology and stuff and looking back, I'm like, ew, those boxes are so gross. Those are not real relaxer. It's just disgusting. So, but it was more of just like it wasn't to get my hair straight. It was just like relax the curls, which made them look really frizzy and gross. So in a sense, yes, my hair did resemble Hagrid's hair. With how frizzy and gross it looked. It was just so bad. And then in 7th grade, I started trying to like figure out how to do my hair better. I started doing what every girl went through, which was straightening your bangs. My bangs were so dead for so long. I just like started getting them healthy again. But I know so many girls with curly hair whose like bangs are still like fried straight because they would straighten it in middle school and it was so bad. But my hair, yeah, I was straightening it, and just the bangs. I don't know what it was for the straight bangs, but curly hair, it was like the thing, and I was doing that from like 7th grade till I think probably like sophomore year of high school. It was so bad. I don't know why I thought that was so cute, because now I look back, I'm like, ew, why did I do that? But like there were multiple times in middle school. I didn't start sticking up for myself until like high school. Like I would just let people walk on me. It was just one of those things. Like I didn't feel I want to make friends. I want people liking me. So it wasn't one of those things where I felt like I had to stand up for myself. So there'd be a lot of people who would be like, oh, can I have a hug? And I wouldn't know them. And I was like, who is this person? I'd be like, yeah, sure. And instead of hugging me, they just grab my hair. Or they'd be like, hey, can I touch your hair? And I'm like, no. And then be like, oh, and that's when they would do the hug thing. And I'm like, and then there were some people when I can't feel your hair, and I'd be like, yeah, sure. And they would like shove their hand off my hair, and I'm like, oh, this is so gross. Why are you touching me? Like, what's so fascinating? And there were so many people who would be like, I want to turn your hair into a pillow. What? You want to do what with my hair? So freaking disturbing. And like also like the jokes, like, do you even need a pillow when you go to sleep? It's like, well, honey, I don't sleep with my hair down. You want to see a giant knot? That's me sleeping with my hair down. Like, it's so irritating. And like also like jokes I would get for like just being biracial too, not even having to do with my hair, which is annoying. Like people would say, do you need floaties when you go swimming, or your lips are floaties? And I'm like, like why is it necessary? Like, why do you need to say anything about, like, anything about me? Like, it's not even funny. It's just gross. It's just weird. And that's something that I feel like a lot of biracial girls have to go through, and a lot of girls with curly hair have to go through when it comes to people touching their hair, wanting to play with it, and stuff like that. I know a lot of girls are like, what, so be it, let someone touch your hair. But it's so annoying when it's people you don't know. Like, if it's my friends and they want to, like, feel my hair, like, you know, it's just one of those things where I'm kind of like, well, you're my friend, but a lot of my friends know I don't like people touching my hair. So they don't even ask. If you're my friend, you know, I don't even ask. There's no point. Stepped on bottle. But now, knowing more about curly hair, I've realized that it needs to be something we talk about more, and it needs to be something that we embrace. We shouldn't be degrading people do their hair. And it's disgusting to see how many schools tell girls with curly hair they have to be doing something with it. They have to straighten it. They have to put it in like a braid or something because it's distracting. It's like, it's curly hair. If your kids can't take care of themselves and realize that, oh my god, it's hair, then they shouldn't be in class with a bunch of other students. End of story. If my curly hair is distracting to your student, your kid, that's their problem, not mine. Don't tell me to put my hair in a braid. I am so happy I never had to deal with that, with someone telling me like, hey, you need to like put your hair in braid. Ooh, another story. Someone cut my hair in class one time. It's a very huge joke to be sitting in class and have someone shove their hand in my hair and be like, watch this. And they put their hand in my hair, and because I don't feel it until they get kind of deep. But mind you, when they say, watch this, I hear them. So I turn around and I'm like, what? And they're like, you could feel that? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I could feel it. When actually, I couldn't. I can just hear them because they're a bunch of idiots. But I had so many people who would sit in class and touch my hair and put stuff in my hair, and they think it's so funny because, oh my god, it gets lost in her hair. Oh my gosh, it's so curly, she can't feel anything, blah, 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 blah. It's not funny. And that same girl who I turned around and caught when she was like, oh, watch this, she shoved her hand in my hair, she cut my hair in class one day. I didn't figure that out until I went to my godmom's house for her to straighten my hair, when my curly hair was down to here, and then there was this like one patch that was still up here, and we were like, why is it so curly? Like, why is it so small and curly? And like, she was like, did you cut it? And I was like, no, I didn't cut my hair, it doesn't even make sense. And she thought, did someone else cut it? And that's when I realized, I think that girl who sat behind me cut my hair. Because in all my other classes, I either sat in the back where no one could sit behind me, or the people who were sitting behind me were my friends. My friends would never do that to me. So I'm pretty sure it was that girl, because it was also my 7th grade year, and that was in 7th grade I was having issues with the girl who sat behind me. She was just a brat. So yeah, I'm pretty sure she cut my hair. So if you're watching this, fuck you. It's very irritating with how much people want to bully people for their hair, and it's just annoying. But like, there's so many stories where you hear about people who are like, oh, curly hair is distracting, or oh, box braids are distracting, or dreads on black girls are distracting, or they're gross or they're bad. And it's like, but Kylie Jenner can go out wearing it and it's fine. Kim Kardashian can go out with box braids and it's fine. But you know, a minute black girl does it, it's trashy or gross. And I don't think that's how we should be living in this society. So that's more of the reason why I do believe in cultural appropriation, because there's so many people who are like, black girls with dreads are hood, but a white girl with dreads, it's cute, it's a fashion sense. No. That's why I have a huge issue with cultural appropriation. Also, people don't understand where these trends come from, and that's a huge issue for me too. They're not trends, they're a history. There's a history lesson behind them, and we can go into that whole story later, but this video is not about that. This video is just kind of introducing my story to you guys, as I said in the beginning. So because I grew up hating my curly hair and I just started loving it recently, I think I started loving my curly hair like senior year, even though I wore my hair in like a bun half of senior year, but that's because I was so tired. I was so done. Like, senioritis kicked in bad. I was out. So like, I wore my hair in a bun a lot of time, but like when I did have my hair down, I embraced my curly hair. I mean, I know, yeah, for prom and for homecoming I still straightened it, but that's because there were certain hairstyles I was like, okay, it's easier to do this hairstyle when it's curly, so I don't have to really focus on my hair. I can just focus on my makeup. But I mean, like, there's a part of me that kind of wishes like I had found like a really pretty curly hairstyle to wear to homecoming. Or even prom. Like, I feel like that, like, I should have done it, like, my senior year. But I didn't. I chickened out. But my homecoming's junior year, I did wear my hair curly. And I think that was the first time I really looked at my curly hair, and I was like, oh, it's really pretty. And then senior year is when I started really embracing it. And there's a lot of people who don't start embracing their curly hair till, like, way after college even sometimes. And it's sad, because we should be able to embrace our hair no matter what. Curly hair is beautiful. And, you know, a lot of people tell you, oh my gosh, I would pay so much money to have your curly hair. Can you know, they go get perms. And even the perm doesn't even come out like looking like this still. And it's funny that people say that, you know, you have your few handful of people who are like, oh my god, I'd pay so much money to have your hair. But you still have so many people in the world who are like, no, curly hair isn't it. It's all about straight hair. And it's like, no, it's not. Your hair is beautiful the way it is, and that shouldn't be an issue. And you know, this curly hair talk, I want to talk about how to manage your hair, how to if you have any questions about curly hair, like I'm here to answer it. Like I went to cosmetology school, I know a lot about hair, and even though my cosmetology was predominantly white and they dealt with only straight hair, I still found a way to teach myself more about curly hair because I feel like curly hair is a lot more of an industry that's important than straight hair, because you have so many salon stylists that can just do straight hair because it's all they learn and it's so easy. But the minute you start learning about curly hair, you're opening yourself up to both. You can do straight hair and curly hair. And honestly, there's not as many hairstylists for curly hair as there are for white hair. And straight hair. And it sucks because we need more people like that. So I started teaching myself more about curly hair because I feel like it's really interesting. And it sucks because I'm not going to go work in a salon to go work on curly hair. But I am going to inform people and write about it and things like that for people with curly hair. So for the most part, that's my story. I mean, there's so many stories of relaxer incidents and kids bullying me even more for my hair and things like that, and that can be all like be put in different videos. But I do want this to be a huge video where we sit and just talk, and girls with curly hair of all races, no matter what race you are, if you have curly hair, we can talk about it and we can share stories together. And I kind of want my curly hair talks to even be like videos like about doing your hair. So like 3 different curly haired hairstyles that you can do without any heat, or I don't know, good products for curly hair that are heat resistant products or things like that. There's a lot of products for curly hair that nobody really talks about, right? Nobody really knows. And I want to go more into those products, and they don't have to be just Shea Moisture. Like, yeah, I rep Shea Moisture, but that's just for the year. Like, I can show you guys so many more products that are good for curly hair too, that aren't just Shea Moisture, that I really like. And I just want this to kind of be like an informative thing for moms, dads, or just for those of you who do have curly hair, because this is very important. And honestly, it's very important for parents to also understand that their kids most likely get bullied in school for their hair, and it sucks. But that's why you need to be there for your child and compliment their hair. It's not bad to give your child compliments, and it sucks because I had a teacher who was like, oh, our generation didn't give us compliments, so then for some reason our generation wants to give you guys compliments. So that's why the people say like millennials are so self-entitled because the baby boomers complimented them too much. But there's nothing wrong with complimenting. There's nothing wrong with saying, oh my gosh, your curly hair is so beautiful, I love it. Like, you know, when you're doing your daughter's hair, there's nothing wrong with it, like telling your child, like, hey, your hair is beautiful. Because then when you go to school and someone's like, oh, your hair's ugly, it looks like Hagrid, blah, 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 you just have in your mind that it's like, my mommy told me my hair is beautiful, and that's all that matters. And, like, I feel like that's a huge thing, too. Like, you need to be telling your children, like, and that's what's cool about my godmom, because she's telling her daughter, hey, your hair is beautiful, curly. And I think she straightened her hair for Halloween one time, and then after that she was always like, can you straighten my hair? Can you straighten my hair? And she had to, like, sit her down and was like, hey, your hair isn't straight, it's curly, and your hair's beautiful curly. We can straighten your hair every once in a while, but we're not going to do it religiously and damage your hair, because when you start straightening your hair all the time, you damage the curls. And that's when she was like, oh, well, I don't want to damage my hair, I want to get rid of my curls. And I think that's awesome, because as a kid, I was straightening my hair all the time. I went through a period in middle school where I was straightening my hair, middle school or high school, I can't remember. I straightened my hair every single day for a week. And that is so bad. And, like, I was even using heat protectant. Like, it was that bad. Like, I just did not care. And, like, a part of me was like, if it permanently keeps my hair straight, then it permanently keeps my hair straight. It doesn't matter. And that's so bad to think. Like, you shouldn't just, like, want straight hair just for the heck of it. Now, whenever I do have straight hair, I'm like, that doesn't look like me. And, like, before I would keep my hair straight for, like, a week. Now, I'm more of, like, let's just keep it straight for, like, 2 or 3 days. Because I don't like it straight anymore. It doesn't look right. It's not me. I am me for my curly hair. You are you for your curly hair. You are you for your straight hair. You are you for whatever you have. You shouldn't be doing all these other things to it to make you feel like you're more accepted when really it's just, you're just giving into what the people want. You're giving into the idea that curly hair isn't right, curly hair isn't perfect, and it's not true at all. Curly hair is awesome. And that's what I want this series to be about. We're embracing our curly hair, and we're talking about curly hair, and our curly hair is important. So please don't forget to comment down below your stories or questions that you guys have for me. It doesn't matter if you're a mom with a question about curly hair because your daughter wants her hair in 2 pigtails and you don't know what to do to put it in the pigtails, or if you're a single dad and you're trying to take care of your daughters with curly hair and you're like, how do you even put it in a bun? I'll do a video on that too. I want to help you guys with curly hair. I want to help everyone. Even if you yourself are learning to love your curly hair, tell me what makes it about yourself that you don't like about your curly hair and what you want to do to start loving it. You know, if you don't like your hair because fried beyond belief from chemical straightening, let me know and I can give you treatments that you should be getting or, you know, doing to then help it. Like, ask me questions, let me know in the comments, or even private message me on my social media. You can tell me if you want this to be like a public question with your name or if you want this to be anonymous. That's totally up to you. I just want to know. I'm just here to help you guys, because that's all YouTube really in the end is. It's just to share stories and help you guys. And that is something I really want people to take away from my channel. I want to help you, and I want you to understand that I do care, and I want to help whoever needs it. Okay, so that's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My Instagram and Twitter are both Anissa_C_love, and my Facebook is AnissaCLove, and my blog is AnissaCLove.com. Those are all linked down below if you missed it. And yeah, this is gonna be my new series. I don't know what days this will be posted. It'll probably be kind of like sporadic for a little bit, and then we'll figure out like a set day that this should be set on. But yeah, please, like, this series will not be interesting if you don't, you know, tell me a story or ask a question. It won't be as interesting. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Bye!